Hi,
Hey, Dan.
how are you?
I'm a little nervous, but I'm okay. How are you?
We're good. Just remember when you share your screen to check the box that says, yep,
I have my
good.
note right here. Now, is it going to mess anything up if I have the blurred background when I
No,
go to share? Okay.
no, it will not.
All right. I also noticed on the notes that where we have you doing the historical background on senior send-off, I put on there first senior send-off is fall 2012, the number of attendees. I would just say handful because
Yeah, that's
I
fine.
never could get the
Can you
total.
send me that final outline? Can you
Huh?
email? Can you send me the final outline?
Yeah, and this is the one that I have.
That's fine. Because I know we made some edits to it, and then, but I don't think you ever sent me the final one.
I thought I did.
Okay.
Okay, hold on.
Everybody joining, Rachel and Lori Hudson. Hey.
Oh, cool.
Hello. Have a good season.
Hello.
Hi there.
Hey.
Congratulations, Dan.
Thank you. I was not expecting that at all. Good.
Well, certainly well deserved. We are so grateful for you.
Thanks.
All right, Dan, I just sent it to you without a subject.
Okay.
Hello, everybody. All right, it's 10:45, so we'll go ahead and get started. Let me share my screen with you guys real quickly. One second, just a second. Oh, there it is. Okay. Well, nothing like starting off with a little technical difficulty. Just one moment, everybody.
Well, Holly gets that up, and we have a few people coming in. My name is Dan Casavod, the Director of Digital Communications. Holly Lyle, Director of Alumni Engagement. And we will be presenting this morning on our senior send-off quarantine style, which we used to have an in-person event, and we had to quickly adjust, as a lot of us have had to do with our previous in-person events, and move those to a virtual environment. So we'll be talking about that this morning. I do ask that those that are joining right now, could you please mute your microphones? And Holly will be right back in. She's having a little bit of a technical difficulty this morning, so she'll come back in and share her screen, share the presentation. Holly, you are muted.
All right, everybody. Like I said, I apologize. I had to hit computer sound, and then when I did, it wouldn't let me bring up the PowerPoint, so I'm trying to get it to come back up again. So here we go. Let's try this again.
And I can pull it up, Holly, if you aren't able to.
For some reason, Dan, it's not coming up on my computer.
Okay. I'll go ahead and share it.
All right. Sorry about that, everybody.
No problem. Okay. Go ahead, Holly.
All right. Again, thank you, everybody, for coming this morning. I do apologize for the technical difficulties. I'm Holly Lyle. I am the Director of Alumni Engagement here at Georgia Gwinnett College. It's an honor to be presenting with my colleague Dan Casavall, who was a major, had a major role in this event. But before we get into the actual event and what we're going to be talking about, I want to give you a little bit of information about Georgia Gwinnett College, our alumni, and why we're really trying hard to build traditions among our students now to translate into their being alumni. Dan, if you could move to the next slide. So one thing about Georgia Gwinnett College, some of you may know this, we're 15 years old, we're a relatively young institution, and that means we have a very alumni base as of right now. We have about 8,200 alumni. It's growing, of course, every year, and it's grown exponentially since our first graduation in 2008 with about 17 students. We just graduated nearly 700 in May, so we're definitely growing, definitely getting larger. But as of 2020, about 45% of our students are first generation students. So nearly half of our students don't have any real connection to college. They don't have parents who've been to college or who have graduated and have become alumni. So they really don't have any idea at all about what an alumni association is. Case in point, about 3 weeks ago, I was at our bookstore on campus wearing my mask, of course, and I was looking at the Alumni Association display, as I often do, just to kind of see what we're offering for our alumni. And I asked the student behind the counter for a specific item if they had it. And she looked at me and she said, "What's an Alumni Association?" And so I thought, hey, there's a teaching moment. So I went over to the counter and I asked her what year she was, and she's a sophomore. And so I shared with her that, you know, what the Alumni Association is, what it means. I share with her that at GGC, as soon as you graduate from college, you're automatically a lifetime member of the Alumni Association. And she kind of looked at me, she's like, wow, I didn't know anything about that. I said, that's why I'm sharing that with you. And it just kind of, again, hit me that it's really, really important. I know it's important for all of us at all of our institutions to build traditions, but at GGC, with the fact that we are in the process of building traditions, it makes it even more important with our student population. So I want to share with you some of the traditions that we are in the process of building. The first of which is actually not through the Alumni Association, it's through the college. And I apologize, I neglected to put a picture of that one on the slide, but it's called March Through the Arch. And it is one of our largest events. It's for first year students. It happens at the beginning of fall semester when all of the first year students symbolically march through the arch. Our beautiful Kaufman Library has this banner that looks kind of like an arch. So the students walk through the arch, symbolically entering into Georgia Gwinnett College. And our alumni come out, other students come out, faculty, staff. It's a big, huge event. Well, of course, this year we were not able to do that given the current circumstances, but that is a really great tradition at GGC. Some of the traditions that the Alumni Association and Advancement are creating is, if you look at the young man with his mask on, putting something in a jar, that was something that we did this particular fall. As you can see, he's wearing his mask. We did for the Welcome Week, we had students, and we had students involved in helping with this event. But we had jars that were filled with information and fun facts about GGC. And we also had questions in there that the students could answer themselves. And this is for first year and transfer students. And then they put the information in the jar, took it with them, and the goal is for them to continue to add things to that jar and then open it back up when they're getting ready to graduate to kind of have a reflection of their years at GGC. One of the other things that we do, the upper right, that's one of our earlier senior send-offs where they're decorating caps. We're going to talk a little bit about that. We're going to talk about more about that later. The bottom left is Grizzly Fest. That's our version of homecoming. That's usually held in October. This past, in October of 2019, we had one of our largest Grizzly Fests ever with well over 400 alumni, faculty, staff, family members, and students on the lawn here at GGC. And we really work hard to involve our students in that, and I'm sure many of you do with your homecomings. They provide entertainment. We have the crowning of the homecoming king and queen. We have our RSOs come out and have displays and tents and that sort of thing. And then we have one of our biggest growing traditions, which is our Dean's Chili Cook-Off. And our deans, come up with a chili. Our chef creates it, and then we invite not only our faculty and not only our alumni, but our students to come in and taste the chili and vote for the chili. And that's actually that's kind of a side event, but I'll just share it. They donate to vote, and then that money goes to our student emergency fund. So we really do try to involve our students a lot in that. And then the bottom right photo is something that we started last spring. We piloted our AMP program, our alumni mentoring program. And it was very successful. This was actually early February, I can't remember the exact date, right before COVID hit. So we'd had our big kickoff, and these are our mentors and our mentees, and we started off with first year students. And we were going to have them be able to meet twice, a month in person, and they could do it virtually if they wanted to. And of course, it all went to virtual. But at the end of the semester, it was a success. And so now we're doing it this year for the entire academic year. And once again, we've had a great response. So we're continuing to work on finding ways not only to engage our alumni, but to engage our students. Another tradition that we're building is not necessarily an event. It's more of a student group, and that's our 4-Pillar Society. This is a group of students that this is through the Office of Advancement, and it is they are basically ambassadors of the Office of Advancement in the college. They meet with guests when they come to campus. They do tours, but one of the bigger roles for this society is helping to educate their fellow students on philanthropy and the importance of giving back to the college while they're still students. And so our 4-Pillar Society students are involved in a lot of different organizations on campus in addition to 4-Pillar. And they also, they help us with a lot of events, and they're in the process of really building out the opportunity to help educate their fellow students on philanthropy. We have a lot of other, events that we're and programs that we are creating that will help to teach our alumni, our students about what it means to be an alumni, because again, as you all know, if we get our students connected while they're still in college, then they're going to be much more involved when they become alumni. So I wanted to start off by giving you kind of a little bit of a snapshot of where we are and why senior send-off is really so important to us. We started senior send-off. Dan's going to talk a little bit more about that in a minute, but it's been going on for several years and it's been growing, but it is an important part of building our campus culture, if you will. Dan?
Yep, thanks, Holly. Okay, so yeah, our senior send-off was started in the early 2010s. Our photos date back to 2012, and early on, and really every year before our virtual session, it wasn't greatly attended. It was, you had between 50 and 100 people would show up to it, and for a graduating class that exceeded 400 to 500 the last few years, we were not that happy with the turnout. We were glad to have some, but it didn't seem to really take hold that this was an important thing. It was something that brought our graduating seniors into the Alumni Association. And so we were looking at ways already to continue to build this up and make this something that our graduating seniors really wanted to attend, had some benefit from. There were a lot of events surrounding it, including you had career advice and you had you could get professional headshots taken, graduate photos. There were a lot of activities around this trying to build this up. And we were planning on having 2020 be kind of this really robust senior send-off. And then, of course, COVID hit. So we had to quickly pivot and start thinking about some other solutions. So Holly, do you want to talk a little bit more about what all senior send-off entails?
Sorry, muted microphone. Yes, absolutely. So as Dan mentioned, some of the components, I personally love the photo on the left that says every cap tells a story, because, when you start reading all the caps and you think about all the struggles, the achievements, the challenges, everything that these students have gone through, it really does tell a story. So that's been the biggest component of our senior send-off. And then, as Dan mentioned, we have vendors that would come out, our Career Development and Advising Center, which we call CDAC. They offer a lot of opportunities to our alumni, which our association is growing with them. But so they come out to senior send-off to talk to the students about what kind of benefits and opportunities they will have as alumni with CDAC, with workforce development, career opportunities, et cetera. And then we have, of course, refreshments, and there's music going on. And then there's also the opportunity for our seniors to make their senior gift. So as you see the young woman in the bottom photo with her cap and gown holding the sign, if they give a gift of any amount at senior send-off, then this was when we had, of course, in-person commencement. So any gift of any amount would entitle them to be able to take their photo in front of our GGC wall and put whatever message on the chalkboard that they wanted to put. We even had one person put one time, "Thank you, Google." It was kind of hilarious, but they could put whatever sign they want, and then we take their photo, and then that photo would be displayed on the Jumbotron at commencement. So that's always been a very successful part of senior send-off, which unfortunately we were not able to do this past spring. But it's really, we also sometimes, one of the benefits of our annual event sponsorships is to be able for our sponsors to have a table, and sometimes they would come out, as well as our alumni board. They will sometimes come out and have a table and, again, talk to our graduating students. So there really were a lot of different components to senior send-off, and it has grown throughout the years, but it's always been a fun event. Like Dan said, not always as well attended as we would like, but everybody's always had a good time at the event.
So then, obviously, 2020 hit, and we were forced, like every school in the state of Georgia and really across the country, to move to modified operations, no more in-person activities, classes, what have you, which really left a lot of our seniors wanting something. They feel like they had missed out, or they were going to miss out on what is a couple big moments for them. One, ending classes, and the second one being able to physically walk across the stage, physically grab their diploma, shake the hand of the president, those type of things. So we took that in communications, from the communications perspective, very seriously, of how we can give them an experience or give them an opportunity to really express themselves, be able to interact with other people, even if it is virtually, and what events can we really translate into a virtual environment and make it fun and engaging for our graduates. And so what had happened was alumni reached out to us, and Holly's group reached out to communications to talk about how we can do this for the senior send-off. We had already known at this point that commencement was going to be virtual, but we had not announced a date for it yet. We knew that senior send-off had been canceled at the moment, or postponed, but we also had not announced a date for that. So Holly came to us, and we started thinking about ways and brainstorming ways that we could still make senior send-off a fun thing and honor our graduates with something that is not as formal as a commencement, but something that is important and something that they would be able to cherish just the same.
Absolutely. And when we sat down and started talking about it, I will share with everybody, it's probably going to embarrass him, but Dan is the one that came up with senior send-off quarantine style. We were bandering around a lot of different names, but this one we all just loved it, took it back to leadership. They were like, this is great. Again, like he said, we just wanted to have a little fun with this. You know, and we also wanted to make sure that we we wanted to make sure we had the best avenue for delivering this event. And Dan suggested that we have that we create a Facebook Live event for it, because we wanted to create an avenue where the majority of the students would be available, could invite their family to watch. And so Dan and his team and communications created a specific Facebook page for us. At the time, it was called Senior Send-Off Quarantine Style. Now it's basically senior. It's the class of 2020 Facebook page, because it's been living ever since. We're going to talk to you a little bit more about some of the statistics of that, but one of the things that we wanted to do is to give these students some kind of joy and some kind of opportunity to celebrate with their families on the day that they would have been walking across the stage for their commencement. So we actually, when we opened up this private Facebook page, we allowed them to invite people, and they invited family, friends. We had a very robust social media campaign through the Facebook page, asking them where they were, what they were planning to do. Asking them to, we had our alumni board get involved, and they started putting up messages about, what it meant to be a Grizzly alum, and, and all those things. And it really started taking on a life of its own. And we had planned for it to live on after the event, which it has been great. Dan, do you want to talk a little bit more about, getting that set up and how we worked through that?
Sure. So what we had thought was, let's not try to force students to go to a Zoom or try to join a Teams thing. Let's meet them where they are. And the best platform that we thought that would be to do something with Facebook Live. And rather than do it as just a Facebook Live broadcast from our main Facebook page, to make this an event for our graduates. So we created the Facebook group, which was private. You had to request to join. Holly and her team were emailing the graduating class and saying, hey, we've set up this group. We're going to have a special event for you. Please join the group. And within just a day or two, we had several hundred people joining, and it got up over 1,000 people by the time that the actual senior send-off started, which exceeded the number of graduates that we had for the ceremony. So to Holly's point, they were inviting friends, family, and really making this a special moment for them. And the idea was that we would create a sort of a communications plan. It wasn't as tight of a communications plan as I think we would have liked, but we routinely would be posting to the group, asking questions, trying to engage our faculty to join the group as well, to have them engage with their graduating seniors, send in their well wishes, and just make this a fun online place. And it really did turn out to be that way, with a lot of students asking questions that the college was able to respond to quickly. They were celebrating each other. They would share photos of their cap and gowns or their cap decorations. So it really kind of turned into a place where we had funneled the graduates to celebrate with each other, and it really turned out to be just that. Even though we had anticipated we would build up this audience just so we could have the live stream, the long-term goal of this is really the place for the class of 2020, where they will be able to come back year after year and be able to still comment and share with their own graduating class. I know a lot of colleges do this for incoming students, and they create either private Facebook groups or they create a Facebook page for, the incoming class of whatever. We had not done that at GGC, and one of the reasons for that is GGC has a lot of non-traditional students. They have a lot of students that come in taking part-time classes, and so it's not as a traditional experience of a 4-year or a 5-year institution where they're here for that limited amount of time. We have a lot of students that are here 6, 8 years, and so the traditional class year isn't something that we usually label an incoming class. But for graduating classes, we do say that. So this is now the class of 2020 because that is the year you are graduating. And we've really seen in this group that they are very vocal, very active, and engaging with each other as well as the college.
Absolutely. Can we go to the next slide?
Yes.
So this is the slide, obviously in the right-hand corner, is an example of one of our first posts for Facebook for the senior send-off. And what I would like to talk to you about now is the other photo in there, which is a mosaic that's made up of selfie photos that our seniors sent in. This is one of our iconic photos that we use with our Grizzly statue and one of our iconic buildings on campus. And so what we did was, as Dan mentioned, we communicated frequently with our seniors. We invited them to this event. We gave them information about it, and then we asked them if we said we had a little surprise for them, which we've learned. We now will always share with them what that surprise is, because they weren't sure what was happening, but we told them we had a little surprise for them, and we wanted them to send in their selfie photos. But we also, when they sent the photos in, we asked them to update their contact information and provide us with a non-GGC email address, which our advancement services team was very happy about, because we received well over 300 photos from our seniors. So we were able to update over 300 records immediately, which was a great thing. But as you can see, it turned out to be a great picture, and everybody loved it. It was actually the photo itself was at the very end of the senior send-off event, so our students were able to see it. And then a lot of them ended up posting their photos on Facebook, on the Facebook page, as Dan was mentioning. A lot of them were taking the same selfie photo that they posted and posting it on Facebook, and then, congratulating themselves. So it really was an awesome opportunity. The other thing I want to talk about was, how did we pull this off? Like, who all was involved in this? And this was really a huge endeavor for us, especially at this time of complete chaos, with everybody automatically just working from home and scrambling. And as you all know, as we all were at that time. But what as Dan and I have talked about, our two areas were worked extremely closely together. It was a complete team effort. In fact, we could not have done this without it being the team effort that it was. And we highly recommend, if you want to do something like this, make sure you have buy-in from all your various areas. So in addition to communications, we then went to all of our deans and we asked the deans to, and as well as our president, to do a selfie video, because we weren't on campus at the time. Everybody was from their home. So we told them, we said, take it to do the video from your home, do it from, outside, wherever you'd like to record the video. And so we worked with them to do that. We worked with our president to get her selfie video. We then worked with our alumni board to ask them to send in several, to send in a selfie video to congratulate the students. We even had a couple of students who you'll see. And one thing I don't think we mentioned today was because we had students who would have been graduating in August, and we don't have a commencement ceremony in August. We combined the senior send-off so that we invited the students who would be graduating in August as well to join in to this senior send-off. So we had one student who was graduating, she was in athletics. She was graduating in May, and then we had another student who was graduating in August, who basically we asked them to come on to the video and talk about a memory, or our athletic student talked about a memory that she had when she was in soccer, and she asked everybody to post, a memory that they had in the chat box of being at GGC. Then our other student, he talked about one of our faculty members who really made a difference in his life while he was at GGC. And again, asked everybody, we're trying to make this as interactive as possible, even though the live stream itself was pre-recorded and played. So we had him basically asking all of his fellow students to put something in the chat box about, a faculty member or staff member who had meant something to him or to them. So we really do. We involved our OIT department. I mean, it really was a cross-campus partner concept, and it really is something that you need to have agreement, buy-in, and enthusiasm from all areas involved to pull it off, because it was a lot of moving parts. And because of our work mainly with our communications team, being able to, I will say this to Dan's team, one of our graphic designer, Todd, came up with the mosaic. One of our photographer helped us with the photos. We had several people on his team, helping us with the website and helping us with the Facebook. I mean, it was really, it was an amazing team effort. And so, like I said, that is a huge part of this. Do you want to go to the next slide now? So before we're going to show you a portion of the actual senior send-off. Before we do that, I wanted to share, Dan kind of alluded to this a little bit, but the timeline of this, we really kind of start talking about this, I'd say probably around the end of March, and the event was May 14th. So we really had all of this planned, put together, and executed in about a month and a half, which I think was it was a pretty Herculean effort given everything else that was going on at the time, but we were very, very excited about it, and we want to share a part of our video with you.
All right, I'm going to try to do this and see if everybody can hear me. Holly, if you mute your microphone so there isn't feedback, and we'll play this.
Hi, graduating seniors. I'm Barb May, and I'm the Dean of Library Services. And I just want to take this opportunity to tell you good luck and best wishes as you begin this next step of your life's journey. Thank you for all your contributions to GGC. You will be missed, and we look forward to hearing all about what you've accomplished as you move forward with your life. Please know that libraries are always here for you. The public library will be a great place to continue your development. Goodbye, good luck, and thank you.
Hey seniors, just wanted to say congratulations on your recent graduation from GGC. I know it's taken a lot of hard work and determination to get to this point, and just know how proud that we all are of you. We're looking forward to seeing what you do in your future, and we know that you'll always be Grizzlies at heart. Congratulations again, and go Grizzlies.
Hi, Grizzlies. I'm Dr. Rosalind Brown, Director of Career Development. I would like to congratulate the class of 2020 on your accomplishment. Always remember, Grizzlies are powerful and strong. I encourage each and every one of you to remain strong as we navigate these unprecedented times. As you navigate your career journey, always remember the 3 P's of career success. Number 1, passion. Never forget your mission. Number 2, patience. Stay the course, even under difficult circumstances. And number 3, perseverance. Be persistent in pursuit of your career goals and dreams. And always remember, my staff and I in the Career Development Center are here to help you along the way. Go Grizzlies!
Good afternoon. I'm Dr. Joe Sloop, the Dean of the School of Science and Technology. On behalf of the faculty and staff, I want to congratulate you on a hard-earned graduation. Your work and determination for the last number of years has paid off. Be well, and as always, go Grizzlies.
Hello, Grizzlies. I'm your Dean of Students, Tomas Jimenez. As you can see behind me, campus is not the same without you, but you did it. You found your path to graduation. So congratulations, Grizzlies. We're so proud of you. We know it wasn't easy. You overcame adversity. You powered through challenges, but you did it. Now that's the Grizzly spirit. So go be great and go Grizzlies.
Hey, everybody. Kismet and I wanted to send you a great Grizzly send-off. We are so proud of you, and we hope that you're having an amazing time tonight. You've done a great job, folks, and we can't wait to see you again. But in the meantime, we're sending some good Kismet your way, and we want you to know, go Grizzlies!
Congratulations, Grizzlies. Great job. Make us proud out there. You've done it during a tough time, but you've persevered, and we're so proud of you. Go get them.
GGC seniors, congratulations on your momentous accomplishment. We are so proud of you. But we wish we could be doing this senior send-off in person. Know that your faculty, your staff, all of us here at GGC are behind you. Now go out and change the world. Felicidades, and go Grizzlies.
Hi, Spring 2020 graduates. My name is Tyler Yu, the Dean of the School of Business at GGC. I would like to begin by congratulating the graduates. Your hard work has brought you to the finish line and to the starting point of your professional careers. I also want to congratulate the parents and the families of the graduates. Your support to these students is essential for what they have achieved. Best wishes, good luck, and stay well. Thank you.
Congratulations, nursing class, May 2020. I am so excited that this day has finally come and that you're graduating and you're going to be a professional nurse. Your dedication and resilience this semester has been remarkable. It is those same attributes that will take you far in your nursing career. You're coming out at a challenging time, but I say to you, nursing is at the forefront. Nursing is being celebrated. This is the first year, the year of the nurse and midwife, 200-year celebration that the whole world celebrated with us and saw the value and the importance of the work you do. I say to you, there was once a very important doctor that said, to whom much is given, much is expected. And you have been given much here. You have shown that you are creative, that you're scholars, that you can serve others. We know that you're going to do remarkable things as an alumni of GGC. On behalf of the faculty, staff, and myself, we wish you much success. And we say to you, go and be great.
Hi, graduating seniors. I know this is not how you envisioned your graduation day, but it remains a remarkable accomplishment. You can still be courageous, be courageous. You can still be kind, be kind. You can still be bold, be bold. You can still be imaginative, so be imaginative. And you can still be the change you want to see in the world, so be the change. The GGC community will be there with you. Happy graduation.
Hello, Grizzlies. Dr. Page and Holly here to tell you congratulations. We're so excited for all of our graduates, our future teachers. Congratulations on a job well done. Everyone in the School of Education is so proud of you. We can't wait to watch you walk across that stage and start changing the future of America. We're so proud of y'all, and we can't wait to see you really soon to celebrate. Until then, congratulations, class of 2020.
So I did want to just stop it there for just 1 second. We have a couple of the seniors, but that was a lot of video that we had to coordinate with IT, coordinate with my team. That includes our social media strategist and our web strategist as well, to try to get the word out there that this was happening, get the announcements out there, and make sure that everyone was aware that we were gathering this for them. And we'll go over the analytics here in just a second. There are just maybe 1 more minute left of this.
Congratulations, GGC seniors. We did it. For those of you that don't know, my name's Sophie, and I've been one of the goalkeepers for GGC Women's Soccer for the last 4 years. I just finished my degree in Applied Mathematics. I've had so many great memories while being here at GGC, and I can't thank my family enough for giving me the opportunity to come here from New Zealand and live my dreams. My favorite memory since being here is in the 2017 Conference Championship for the Women's Soccer. I saved a PK in the semi-final, which led to our first ever conference title. I hope you guys have had as many great memories as I have, and I'd love to invite you to share them in the comments section now.
Hi everyone, my name is Malik Cooper and I'll be graduating this July. To my fellow seniors, I would like to say, I know times are tough, but we didn't come this far to only come this far. Let's keep pushing forward, because I believe all of us have the potential to become legendary instead of secondary. And to Dr. Karen Jackson, who was my freshman year advisor, her care, concern, and involvement throughout my college career was what helped me grow from the lost freshman that I was to the successful senior I am today. There has been a lot of GGC faculty and staff members who have went above and beyond to help me along my journey. I'm sure that you all have your own story of when a staff member or faculty member has made that impact on you. So in the comments below, let us know your story. We'd love to hear it.
So the video goes on to show a slideshow of the last 5 years or so. Many of the graduates are featured in the photos in the slideshow, and that in a nutshell is kind of what we were trying to do with that video, was really showcase the graduates on their senior send-off, on what would have been their commencement day. By this time we had the virtual commencement was going to be at a later date, but on their actual would have been their commencement day, we released this video to them via a Facebook Live.
And Dan, I'd like to say before we move on to the next slide, if anybody would like for us to send you the link for the entire senior send-off, just drop a line in the chat, because we also involve our president and our alumni board members and some others. So if you want to see the entire thing, just let us know and we'll be happy to send you the link.
Yep. So in terms of the actual engagement rate on the Facebook Live, is we had over 1,000 people at the time were part of that private Facebook group. On the watch live day, on the live stream on Facebook alone, we had well over 500 people watch the live event. At the time, that was the largest live stream audience at GGC to date. The post itself had 588 comments on the day. It's since been watched and now is over 600 total comments, almost all of them overwhelmingly positive. And I wanted to hit on that, the positive nature of it, because leading up to senior send-off, there were I wouldn't say a lot of complaints, but enough complaints about the fact that we weren't doing something in person. At the time, some of the other colleges and universities in the state hadn't made their decisions yet. And so students were really kind of hopeful that GGC would still do something in person for them. And it turned out, obviously, as we all know, that nobody did anything really in person. But at the time, they were kind of complaining about that. But once they saw this video and saw that what we were doing, they came in overwhelmingly positive with their feedback and the commentary that was happening on the post during the live stream. Holly, did you want to add anything?
No, I think you covered it really well. I mean, it was really amazing to watch this video and see so many people watching and commenting while the video was going on. It was incredible for all of us. There were a few, I'm not gonna lie, there were a few tears on our side of the screen as we were watching it and watching the interaction from everybody and knowing that this was something really special for them during a very difficult time. All right, senior send-off, a virtual celebration. So we're not calling it quarantine style this time because we're not technically under a quarantine at this point, but I'm sure as many of you are, we're going to have a virtual commencement this year. We have it scheduled for December 10th. So we chose to have our senior send-off on December 3rd. So it's a week before a commencement. And this time, though, when we've invited the students and shared with them, invited them to join the Facebook page and shared all this information with them, we were able to say to them, in advance of your commencement, which is on December 10th, we're inviting you to this fun event, celebrating you. And so we're keeping the format basically the same for this event with a few tweaks. So because we have a little bit better sense of what we want to do, not that's the wrong words. Because we have already have our commencement planned, our deans are going to have a larger role in commencement. So we decided that we wanted to have the deans in commencement and have associate deans and other campus leadership on senior send-off. So our students, our graduating students, could actually hear from their school, leadership from their school twice. So we've asked all the associate deans to be involved. We've also gone to some campus staff who are just very beloved on our campus. We have a gentleman who is on our security team, Mr. Emmanuel. Everybody loves Mr. Emmanuel, and he's doing a video for us. We have Carl Woods, who is our director of wellness on campus, who, if you ever meet Carl Woods, you will never forget him. He is a ball of energy, and he's just awesome. So we've got him on there this time. We've got several others that we didn't have last time, so it's a little bit change up. And then what we're doing in regards to our students is we have four Pillar Society students who are graduating in December. So we are actually going to have them be a little bit more involved. And we actually have two of them who are twin sisters who are going to be doing some sort of an entertainment. I'm not sure exactly what yet. Our alumni coordinator is working with them on that. But this time there's going to be a little bit of entertainment from the students. And then our other student, who is a School of Business major, she is going to talk to them about what their memories are, et cetera. And what we're going to do this time that's a little bit different than we did last time is we're going to actually have those particular students who are featured in the Facebook Live on Facebook that evening to lead the way, to lead the chats, for them to start posting in the chat, hey, this is Sierra, this is Cece and Kiera, drop us a line. We really want it to be more student driven and more interactive. So we're going to be planning that. We are doing the mosaic again. We have let them know that we're creating we're creating mosaic. We are going to be sharing with them very soon that actually this is going to be our senior gift this year. So we're working it all out with advancement services, but our goal is to ask for, if they want to make a donation for their senior gift to our Student Emergency Fund and or GGC Fund. Then depending on the amount of the gift, they will receive this beautiful mosaic that they can then print it. We're going to have 8 by 10 prints ready for them. So we're looking to start making that possibly be our main senior gift opportunity. So we'll let you know how that works after we do it this time. But we are really excited about the future of our senior send-off, because moving forward, once we're able to have in-person commencements again, our plan is to still do a large portion of this event virtually. So we want to do a hybrid. We want to be able to have them come back to into campus and be able to decorate their caps and do those fun things. But we are going to create some sort of a hybrid of this event and include and make it an opportunity where there's just a lot more opportunity with it. So for those of you who understand 80s music, that is the reason we put this particular picture on there, because our senior send-off's future is so bright, it's got to wear shades. So sorry, I know that's a little kitschy, but I'm an 80s girl and I couldn't help it. So, that basically is our presentation, and we would love to answer any questions that you may have.
If you want, you can just drop your questions into the chat. I see several people have asked for the link, so we'll get those email addresses. If you actually download the PDF from the Socio app, I believe that has the link to it inside of that PDF, but we will also email it to you.
And I'd like to also point out one thing. We started the video for the PDF and for this presentation 5 minutes in. What we did was to make sure that everybody had time to get onto the actual Facebook Live event before it started. We had about 5 minutes of music playing. And again, I went to everybody and said, what do you think the students would like? But we got to have Celebrate by Kool and the Gang. That was the first song we had, because, it's just, you got to have Celebrate. And then we did All I Do Is Win by DJ Khaled. So, we're in the process of trying to figure out the music this time. And, so if you get, just so you know, if you get the PDF, you won't hear that, but we wanted to let you know that was a big component too, just to make sure that everybody had time to get into the event before it actually started.
All right, any questions out there? Okay, here's a question from Mary. How many people were actually on deck facilitating the event, monitoring comments, tech support, etc., during the actual Facebook Live event?
Dan, I don't know the exact number, but it was pretty much all of us.
Well, we had about 6 people on a Teams call going while the event was running. So that included me and Holly, obviously, our social media person, and our IT department was on there to just ensure it was running well. Our social media person was bringing up any comments that might be suspect or negative or whatever that we might need to address. So there were probably about 6 of us, I would say, in total on that call that were just monitoring everything. And we did the same thing for commencement and actually expanded that. We had probably 10 people on that call, which included more of my team as well as Holly and our commencement folks. And we did the same thing for that.
Dan, there's another question from Sydney Scott. Did you run into any? It just went away.
Yeah, did you run into any copyright or muting issues with the music? No, we did not. And the reason for that is, well, there's 2 reasons. One, we do have, as a college, I forget the licensing body, but we subscribe to something the IT department does that allows them to have this library of music that included those songs. So we were able to use that. And the second thing, and this is on the DL, Facebook Live is much less or is much worse than YouTube at detecting those types of things. Mm-hmm. So what we did was we ran a test actually just to make sure that wasn't going to happen, like a couple days before, and Facebook didn't mute us or anything like that. We were all protected and we had the license and there were no copyright issues. But sometimes even when you have that, these services that auto detect don't care. But Facebook did not shut us down for that. The other question here, how did you handle any negative or suspect comments? I worked directly with, her name is Alana Walker, on response to that. So there, like I said, it was 98% positive. Some of them we just completely ignored. There was one person in particular that I would deem a troll, who was just trying to stir up stuff. And we responded to him a couple times. And then after that, we just ignored him because it was clear that he was just trying to escalate things and was not interested in hearing any kind of rationale for why we were doing things the way we were doing them. But we did have a little bit of a brainstorm between my team, the PR team, commencement, and Holly's team on some questions that we might get and how we would like to respond. And so we did have a little bit of a script ready to go just in case there was some outcry.
Right.
Did you archive your video on YouTube or on your website somewhere for future viewing? Yes, it was. We took that edited version. The full senior send-off went close to a half an hour. We edited it down to about 17 minutes. We posted that to Facebook. It was available on the website for I think about a week afterwards. And actually, my web strategist is on. She may remember more distinctly than me. So if you have anything, Lori, go ahead and weigh in. But we also posted it to YouTube, where that's what we used actually to embed it into our slide.
And we welcome the questions. So if you've got more, let us know.
Sure.
I'm sorry, I don't have the option to put it in the chat box.
Sure.
How did you do the mosaic? I'm sorry if I missed that portion of the call. Who on your team did that?
That was a kind of a group effort. For starters, we had to collect all of those photos. And so that was Holly and her team were communicating with the seniors, getting those photos submitted. And then what we did was we handed that off to our graphic designer, who used, I believe, Adobe Illustrator, kind of just does it automatically. And I can maybe get that better answer for you if you want to give me your name. I think it just shows a phone number for the person that asked that question, and get an answer to you. But it was he just laid it out in a grid and then essentially played with the opacity of it so that both the background photo, which was the grizzly statue, and the building B on our campus kind of just overlapped each other. And that's how that was created.
Thank you so much. If you want to email me, my name's Denise Perdue. I'm at the University of West Georgia at dking, K-I-N-G, at westga.edu.
King, West Georgia. Okay. Yeah, we can do that. And Angela Smith looks like she wants it too. Okay, so.
Okay.
Yeah, we will get that out to you.
Absolutely.
We got a few more minutes if anybody has any last questions, or we can break a little early for you to go visit our sponsors.
That's right.
In the running for those gift cards and some other prizes. I know one of the grand prizes is a Braves ticket, so if any Braves fans are on here, go do that. So, yeah.
Great job, you guys. Thanks so much for sharing our story. Super exciting.
Thank you. It was our pleasure, and thank you everybody for attending.
Bravo.
Way to go, team. Thank you. All right, now I gotta go through and get all these emails.
Good job.
Thank you, everybody.
All right.
Thank you so much, Dan.
We'll see you at lunch.
Thank you, Dan. Thank
Bye.
you, Holly.
Thank you,
Bye-bye.
guys.